If someone wants to ask a question, what's the name? Dikuna Olavo, yes, you can start.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Hello.
Yes. Hello, thank you. My question is the following. Is there a difference between mind and the reasoning capacity?
Is there any difference between mind and reasoning capacity?
And our reasoning capacity, our ability to reason.
Reason what? Like reason anything about thinking?
Yes, just as the initial reading that was mentioned that we can identify cause and effect and then dismiss the effect, and this is reasoning. And my question is whether reasoning is just mind, more of mind, or is that a different attribute of the self?
Reasoning, intellect, discrimination, ego, they're all domains of mind, nothing else. Nothing is outside the mind if you talk about any reasoning, any analysis of anything. It all comes from the mind only.
But we can use reasoning.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Yes.
We can, the method what we use in non-duality is, which is written in old ancient text as well as Shravan Manan Nidhi Dhyasana. Shravan means you listen to it, what the truth is. Then you remember, you keep repeating the same thing again and again and again with reasoning, and you contemplate on it with reasoning. This is to convince your mind, yes, there is some higher power to which it has to surrender, rather than taking everything as at individual level, not recognizing that inherent power within yourself, and always moving as one individual. The moment we understand, definitely using the faculties of mind, then that mind starts moving inward, it starts getting into stillness, and understands there is no point in creating its own little world of thoughts, of emotions, of conditioning.
So we can begin the journey through reason. Yes.
Yes, yes, it is all important. We all have a mind, and that mind we have to tame. We have to make it understand what is important and then take the path. If we don't convince our mind, the problem is that it will take us into other directions. It is already taking us.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Jyoti ji, you wanted to ask any question?
Yes. Namaste, Sanjay.
Namaskar, namaskar.
I would like to ask the Neelakantan ji said that look for cause, effect in the cause, and then effect will be gone, and the cause will be gone, and then the stage will be left. Could you elaborate on that, please?
I think you have mixed it up. Better Neelakantan ji say, and then we both can talk on it. Okay?
Okay, that will be good. Thank you.
One should verily see the cause in the effect, then dismiss the effect altogether. Then what remains finally is the self. and the sage or the person becomes that.
Now you need to understand what is cause, what is effect.
Yes, you put it effect of that.
All what we see, what our eyes see, what we hear, what we touch, the instruments what we use, this is all effect. Cause is always hidden. Cause is in your heart. It is enveloped with all the things which you think you are, all the sheets, Panchkosha. But it is coming from the source. For a very simple thing, I'll explain you. When you see the word, what you see? You see that this word around us is separate from us. When we wake up, we see the whole world. We see trees, plants, animals, people, something happening around us, environment. And we take that this is coming from outside, and we open our eyes and it's there. When we close our eyes, it must be there. If I tell you everything is projection of your own mind, even to accept that is difficult for people. If you accept that, then all the worries, all the problems of the world are disappeared, isn't it? Because the people whom you hate, situations which are created against you, when I say to you it is all creation of your own mind, then whom would you blame? Who is other? Exactly like it happens in our dream. When we dream at night, who creates that dream? You. Who are those other people who are creating trouble to you in your dream? It comes from you only, isn't it? At least understand at this level that whatever is happening around us is creation of our own mind. At least have some acceptance to situation around you. Some people, wherever they go, they find trouble. They keep changing their partners, and every partner is a troublemaker. Where it comes from? Their own source. And some people, wherever they go, there is goodness around them. There is love. There is peace. How it happens? Because wherever they go, they are creating from their own mind that happiness, that peace. Then, once you accept at that level, at least to certain extent, you start blaming others for your unhappiness. This is the first step. Then you try to look why it is happening through me like this. You want to look into where this mind is projecting from. Then you are now talking about going behind the screen, behind this moving world. And that is our pure self, stillness from which even the mind sprouts. Mind also sprouts from the same heart, Hridayam, spiritual center in us. So that is the cause. Cause is bigger, effect is just a small, though this whole world looks so big, but it comes from the same cause. Everything comes from the same cause. We call it Sadashiva, that source. Same mind which is interested in things around, we call it Bahyamukhi. When it becomes Antarmukhi, then it starts looking within. When it looks within, it merges in the source. You are that source. This transformation can be slow, can be sudden. But transformation has to happen. You cannot fix ego. You have to leave it. You have to merge. You have to dissolve it. Then you can have full darshan of self. Self is hidden only beneath our desires, attachments, our conditioning. You can keep that conditioning all your life, or you can be free from it. You are the cause. Even this word, what we see, is coming from our own mind. You are the cause. Marco, you want to ask anything?
Yes, thank you, Sanjay. Can you hear me?
Yes, Marco. Hello.
Thank you so much. With affection to you and the others, I wanted to ask you, is it enough to know that no experience, no object, no relations, no physical thing can give you happiness? Or before that, you have to know that you yourself are happiness, that my real self is happiness, or the two things go together?
Both things go together. Look, I can say, just believe that all happiness is within you. If that is sufficient for you, that is good enough. But do you think just my telling you will sort out everything? If that sorts out, then nothing like it. Then it is such a simple thing. I can just tell, and you believe firmly on it, and it will be fine. That is why contemplating on this truth is so important. Whether you attend satsang with others or you attend satsang with your own self in solitude, you practice silence and you don't engage with your all going thoughts, whatever. People ask questions, there are doubts. What is this? This is only mind, playing inside the mind, believing on these thoughts and thinking they are important questions. All this is in domain of mind. The moment you taste some stillness within you, by any practice you do, all practices done earnestly will lead you to the source. Once you have tasted the source, then the journey continues if you stay interested in it. And unfoldment happens in the most beautiful way. The realization of self only means stopping the individual mind activity forever. I'm using this word individual mind activity. Individual means I have to do this, I don't like this. I like this. He is my friend. He is my enemy. He doesn't love me. He hates me. He loves me. I, me, mine, all this continues. Till it continues, you can never have even a glimpse of that self. In some people, there is a spasmodic opening. That momentary realization also happens when this eye drops for a moment. But that momentary realization is a good sign that now you know what to look for. But that's not the end. That you can call it a milestone, or you can say that now you know what to look for. So many people in their practice, they don't even know what they're looking for. And some of them are looking external God or something like that. But to know that self, individual has to finish completely. Individual cannot know the self. And how this individual survives all throughout life? Only by this thought of I am the body. Two things are intertwined to each other very, very strongly. One is this I thought, I am the body, and all these thoughts I am experiencing and I have to answer them. This I am the body concept. You have to get out of it. If you stay in this I am the body concept, then you are stuck. To get rid of I am the body concept, you have to still your mind. To still your mind means you have to be quiet. Keep quiet, Bhagavan says, Chumma yeru, Summa yeru. Keep quiet, because when you think you are not an individual, then mind has no work to do. It is only for the individual. It always tells you about others and yourself and things like that. The moment you have no concept of I am the body, there is no I thought, mind dissolves. Swami Chinmayananda, I think some people might be knowing, very prolific speaker and Advaitin, was a disciple of Shivananda and opened Chinmay mission all over. He used to be very abrupt and say what he has to say. He used to say, shut up and get out. If you ask his mantra, he will say, shut up and get out. Shut up means shut up. Just don't think about anything. Don't continue with this mind thought. And get out. Get out of this I am the body idea. Get out of it. Because we think I am this body. We are only a awareness which cannot be perceived in anything in this world. We don't have to fix up many things. We just have to be watchful to this ego, which behaves as an individual and keeps you busy all your life with fighting with others or praising others or doing good work and all sorts of things. Keep everyone busy. This is the Maya. If you want to see, you go to a busy street in any city of the world and watch from the top. Everyone is running around. They're honking, they're getting irritated, they're late. Nobody knows why they are rushing for what. At the end, what will happen? Tell me what will happen at the end. This body will be dead. All what we do at the end brings us to a dead body. And everyone is busy. And our interest keeps changing, but busyness never stops. And somehow mind convinces us whatever we do is important. Whole world is doing important things. Don't think only you are doing important work or world leaders are doing important work. Even beggar is doing an important work. Even a thief is doing an important work. Even a killer is doing an important work. The only one who is not doing any work is a jnani, is an enlightened person. Because there is no doership. He has no desire to do anything. Though things might still happen, he is the only one who is in stillness, perfect stillness. Don't think it is the action of the body which makes you busy. It is your mind which makes you busy. To know this truth, you have to drop this mind, this individuality, and then see how love flourishes within you, how you get connected with everything. You know, people want to connect with others. They go to a party, they see someone from the same city. Oh, you're from the same city where I used to live, and then they find some connections and they feel so happy. Or they find connections in other ways, your taste, your hobbies, your profession. Once you know this, then you know you are that same self in everyone. This is the best connection. Because when you approach a person, there might not be anything in common to connect. But the moment you connect here, not in a human being, even plants, animals, birds, everything is that. This is the substrata on which all this manifestation is happening. You are that energy which is in everything. And you are only an energy, not a form. Yes, all forms are coming from the same energy. Once you come into this undifferentiated awareness as your own identity, then everything is you, because that is substrata of everything. Then this body is not yours, all bodies are yours. And there sprouts unconditional love. Love not for others, love for your own self. Because everyone is representing your own self. When everything is you, then people can still hate. They should be allowed to hate. But you cannot hate. So it is not conditioned by the way others think or react towards you. They are ignorant. They don't know that they and you are same. But the moment they will know, they will also love everyone. Don't make this information as a concept in your life. It will not help. Work hard to reach the source. Give up all doership forever. Once you have given up doership, then there is no blame game. Why I did this, why I did that, why that person did this. Non-doership will take you to total acceptance of things. And that is real freedom. Freedom from your own mind. Who disturbs you? You think people disturb you? It is your mind which disturbs in form of thoughts that someone is saying this, who is doing this. Let's say if there is no thought, whatever happens around you, you are in supreme bliss. And please don't try to understand that when I am saying that if there is no thought, you are in stillness. There is much more important than that. There is much more importance than that. There are so many things which unfolds with that. That pure knowledge unfolds. Knowledge of all knowledges unfold. If your profession, if your job depends on relative knowledge, you might still try to improve or gain, but you understand it's just part of the play. You are enjoying your own bliss, and all actions becomes disinterested. You have no interest. So many enlightened beings, they don't do anything. They go to Himalaya, sit in a cave, or keep doing what mundane things the body is doing. They don't want to waste time in making people understand how to gain that bliss. It's not that they have no compassion. It is not about compassion. They are more compassionate than teachers, I should say. Because with that energy, wherever they are spreading their vibrations of peace. They can stay in silence for long. Silence is mother of all talks. Even satsang. So many people say that these talks bring them to stillness, to silence. You know why? Because when anything is spoken from the source, then even talks are impregnated with silence. That is power of silence, not the power of talk. Silence is more important than anything else. Touch your own silence. Abide in your pure silence. Silence is the source. Undifferentiated awareness is the source of whatever is manifesting. Silence is pure intelligence. Here there is no reasoning, no intention, no desire. The moment desire comes, Maya comes, creation comes. And there is no problem with creativity. Creativity is not against anything. If you know the source and creativity continues around you, you are not in any trap. But if you don't know the source and you behave as an individual in this creativity, holding to ego, then suffering is inevitable. End of ego is end of suffering. There is not much to say, but more to enjoy. Bliss within is so profound that you don't waste time in anything. Start living a life without any personal goals. I know so many people will disagree with me because we have goals after goals, personal agenda, intentions, desires. Our life moves from goal to goal, and our life becomes like a football. We get kicks from everywhere. Don't live a life full of suffering, dependent on mind. Don't bring yourself to such a low level. In same body with same mind, you can take a flight to Supreme. Only a human being can do it. Only a normal human being can do it. And no one is stopping us to do it. Only our own mind, which thinks other activities are more important than knowing the self. People who are attending satsang for last few years, I don't have to tell them that continue. I don't tell to anyone unless they ask me. But what I am saying is, once you have some anubhuti, some experience, some opening, then this unfolding continues on its own. And once you know the truth, even for a fraction of a second, your all interest drops. Nobody in this world wants to suffer. Nobody. No insect, no bird, no plant, no human being, no animal. Nothing wants to suffer. Knowing the self releases us from bondage of mind. Mind is a remorseless tyrant. It keeps you busy in all sorts of craziness. We, full of garbage of our mind, unloads on others, on a cup of coffee. How cheap is that coffee? When we say catch up. Catch up what? Catch up with our garbage. What people have done to us, what we are suffering. We tell to our closest friend all that garbage, and we call that person as our closest friend because he pesters our ego. He pats on our back, says, yeah, you are the best person. All these people are crazy, they're behaving like this with you. And your enemies are also doing the same. They also find someone for a coffee and they also went out. What is this nonsense going on? All interactions are useless. That is what it is. Your best friend is your own self. When you know that, then you know now you have found the best friend. Then you know your company. During these times of COVID, people were so frustrated they couldn't catch up with their friends because of this only. Unloading their garbage, they couldn't unload. And they had anxiety, panic attacks, stress. And they were restless. So many people told me this is the first time they realized they can't stay with themselves. Can you believe? If we cannot stay with our own self, how would we expect others to stay with us? We don't like our company, but we want others to be in our company. First, fix your own self. Love yourself. Be with yourself. Once fixed, then go out of your home. But then you will not go out. In all parts of the world, anyone who was looking for peace, for self-realization, went in solitude, on mountains, caves, living alone, to sort out their mind, to get rid of their mind, to empty their mind. If you live with people in society, especially one who has no clue of self, not doing any practice, they will keep unloading all that craziness on you. You're trying to get rid of it, and you get truckloads of it. And no end to it. Bring your mind to stillness. Stop engaging with any type of thought for any reason. Look within this pure witness. It only witnesses things happening without any commentary. No likes or dislikes. Pure awareness. Only awareness. The term pure means it is not accompanied with any thoughts, no relationship with mind, no relationship with anything in this world, standing on its own support, self-effulgent, go into this mind emptiness where you stop engaging with thoughts, stop engaging with I thought, now mind has no work to do. So no thoughts. Without thoughts, Brahman unfolds in you. It is already there. It shines. It takes over everything. But does not claim for anything. I am not this body. I am not this mind. I am pure awareness, independent of everything in this world. Contemplation should be with open heart. Pay all your attention to pure awareness. So you are aware of awareness. Make it a constant practice to be aware of awareness throughout the day. This is the best satsang, company of truth. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.